going to talk about now is one of the more common lifts that you see in the industry out on the market today, and that's going to be a traditional piling style lift, where you've got welded top beam structure mounted to 4 pilings. In our case, we cover 4 piling, 6 piling, and 8 piling style lifts when it comes to this series, with lifting ranges all the way from 5,000 pounds up to 250,000 pounds. So if you can dream it, we can lift it. When it comes to this lift, again, it's a very common style lift you see on the market, but what separates us from the other lifts that you see out there on the market are going to be some of the internal working parts. We have fully welded solid aluminum construction. We have 3.5-inch oversized winders. We have our patented cable bolt tie-off. We have our patented anti-shear cable plate that goes in there. Cable keepers. It's really the internals of our lift that separates us from the others that are out there, with a lot of the features we have that are patented that other companies aren't able to offer. These style lifts are able to accommodate all of our different versions of C drives, from our 480-to-1 to our 350-to-1, all the way down to our 500-to-1 series. These lifts are also very customizable, so we can bunk anything from a cat boat to a pontoon to a tri-toon to a V-bottom boat, even sailboats with big keels. So there's not any custom solution that we can't cover when it comes to this very traditional style of cable drawn lift. These 4-post, 6-post, and 8-post lifts can also be retrofitted with platforms to give you an extension of your dock, if you will. Gives you the ability to walk right off to the dock onto another solid platform where you either have jet skis or kayaks or a kayak rack, or you just have your boat bunked on the platform, and now you have the ability to walk all the way around for ease of maintenance. Some of the other cool features that you'll see right here behind me on this style lift, something new we introduced this year is going to be our glow guides. This is something we developed to help not only for cool aesthetics and cool looks, but it needed to have some functionality. And so our biggest push with this was nighttime navigation. We deal with a lot of first responders, government municipalities, and things that they do a lot of nighttime operations and they don't have a lot of good guidance or well-lit locations in marinas. So our glow guides are actually not only just for aesthetics and just for looks and functionality, but they serve a purpose for nighttime navigation. When we get to things like our first responders, we'll set the glow guides up where they're red and green for port and starboard, allowing the captain of the vessel to have easy access when he's coming into the slip at night to get the boat right where it needs to go. Again, you get a 15-year structural warranty with this lift. You've got the industry-leading drive attached to it with a 10-year warranty. Again, 8,000 inch-pounds of torque. I cannot stress that enough. The next closest drive on the market only boasts about 4,000 inch-pounds of torque. So we're double than some of the other drives that are out there on the market. Again, when it comes to the layout, we have standard engineering specs for our 4, 6, and 8-post style lifts, but again, we are not limited to those specs. We can go outside of them for your custom solutions. When we get into a lot of the mega yachts and we're dealing with either steel piles or concrete piles or all these different applications, again, if you can kind of dream it, we can build it. So when it comes to our 4, 6, and 8-post lifts, there's not a lot of obstacles that we can't overcome with this traditional style of lift. One of the most common questions I get is, what style of lift do I need for my boat? That's one of the most common questions I get asked, and truthfully, it boils down to the manufacturer and the make of the boat. That's really going to dictate and determine what style lift you're going to get. And when it comes to that, we are not limited to our bunking options that you see here. Again, the same style of bunking options that were available on our elevator style lifts, from the lay flats to the woods to the aluminum extruded to heavy duty to even I-beam step hole. We will typically customize the bunk solution for your boat and work directly with the boat manufacturer to get the specs and details on that, so that we can custom fit our lift to your boat. We have on-staff engineers and draftsmen that work on hand that do custom layouts and drawings, and so we work hand in hand with the boat manufacturers out there in the industry to custom suit your needs to get your boat to fit to this lift, ideal and perfect. When it comes to shopping some of your traditional boat lifts that are out there, especially when you get into one like this 4-post that's a very traditional cable drawn lift, it's good for the end user to take a look at, what does that lift come with standard? What kind of features does it offer? How do I know that this thing is going to last for the next 30 years that's up there? What's it made out of? Are the components bolt-on or are they fully welded? When it comes to our construction, everything you see here is fully welded. We use T6061 marine grade aluminum and all stainless steel hardware. We provide stainless steel pile straps with the lift. that come with an insulative barrier to separate the stainless from the aluminum on the straps. When you get into the internals of the top beam and take a look, we have things like the cable stop and the winder cable guard that's patented. We have oversized winders, 3.5 inch, where some of the competition out there uses a much smaller winder. So we're not skimping on any of the components here. We're really throwing all the bells and whistles at it to give you the best lift on the market and to show you what separates Golden Manufacturing from the rest of the manufacturers that are out there. Again, we have options like top beam covers, stainless steel cable keepers, 5/8 oversized bearings, super bearings. Everything that we manufacture is built for saltwater application. So you know that if it's built for that saltwater application, no matter where you're putting this thing in the world, it's going to hold up to the harshest environments and elements that are thrown its way. We do have different variations again on our C drives with different gear ratios, different motor options to go from the standard stainless motor to the high-speed option. So the lift can be so customized to suit exactly what it is you're looking for. Things from a remote with an auto stop to just manual switches. There's so many different variations that we can provide for these lifts that they're not just standard, they're very customizable. And that's kind of what we cater to in the market, is not just providing the everyday lift that you see out there, but putting something out there that is very uncommon, something that's loaded with safety features that you're going to be giving me a call 20 years down the road from now telling me how proud you are to own that Golden boat lift and what a great job that it's still doing.